Tonight we return to Langdale Moor in the shadow of RAF filing dales, where a major wildfire has turned miles of Yorkshire upland into a blackened smoking scar. Heather is charred, forestry stands scorched, and the ground itself is still smouldering, ready to reignite with the slightest wind. North Yorkshire Fire and Rescue were first called on Monday evening, 11th of August, at around 6:30. By Wednesday afternoon, 13th of August, the incident was escalated to a major incident as the fire spread across roughly 5 square kilometres. At its height, around 20 appliances were committed. Crews then rotated down to approximately 11 appliances as conditions allowed, with specialist wildfire units holding the lines. This is not a simple grass fire. Much of the burn is on deep peat. Peat fires burn downward, travel unseen, and can reignite days later. That is why the service warned from the outset this would last for a number of days, and it has. Safety on the ground has been complicated by unexploded ordnance. Part of the fire area overlaps a disused Army range. Firefighters have reported explosions. Army explosive ordnance disposal teams are on scene, and crews have been ordered to work defensively from safer perimeters where necessary. Resources have come from across North Yorkshire and neighbouring services. Stations including Bedale, Richmond and Harrogate have publicly confirmed crews and kit at Langdale Moor alongside specialist Argocat units and a high-volume pump. Local farmers and businesses have assisted with tankers and access. Public impact has been significant. Smoke has travelled widely on the wind, and the advice remains: if you can smell smoke, close windows and doors and avoid the area. The North Yorkshire Moors Railway suspended steam operations and postponed the high-profile tornado services, switching to diesel to reduce the risk of fresh ignitions while crews are stretched. As we record tonight, the scene behind RAF filing dales looks apocalyptic. Blackened heather, burned tree lines and visible hotspots in the forest margins. But the story is also one of sustained, exhausting work. Day after day, crews have been walking miles over rough ground, working beaters and hose reel jets supported by Argocats ferrying kit across the moor. Progress is measured in mopped-up hotspots and contained edges. What's driving this? A perfect mix: prolonged dry fuels, wind across open heather and deep peat holding heat below the surface. Once established, these fires are stubborn, they come back. That is why containment lines are being patrolled and cooled repeatedly, and why the service says it will remain on scene for some time yet. The cause is undetermined. Investigators will return when it is safe. For now, the focus is containment and public safety. If you're on the moors in the coming days, do the obvious things right. No barbecues, no smoking on the heather, no vehicles on dry grass. One ember is enough. For the landscape, it will recover, but not quickly. Peat and heather moorland heal in years, not weeks. The ash you see is only the visible part of a fire that still runs underground. Tonight the ground is warm underfoot, the wind is shifting, and the watch continues. In the local area, the main concern is for the environment and its wildlife. The North York Moors National Park is home to a remarkable diversity of species. Merlin, once more widespread, are now rare, yet this is their stronghold. They rely on untouched, long unburnt heather, one of the few habitats in the country where they can successfully nest. Already under pressure from persecution linked to game management, the destruction of this habitat could be another nail in the coffin for the species. Goshawks, also scarce across the UK, thrive in landscapes where forest meets open moorland. Here too, persecution has reduced their numbers, and the loss of mixed woodland edge and heath will be another devastating blow to a bird already living on the margins. Hen harriers have virtually disappeared from the North York moors. As predators of grouse, they have long been targeted by those who manage the estates. With so few remaining, any further loss of suitable nesting ground only increases the threat to their survival. Larger mammals roam this area as well: roe, red and fallow deer. While most will escape the flames, the destruction of their feeding and sheltering grounds will be severe, and for smaller creatures survival is even less likely. Adders, grass snakes, slow worms, countless insects, moths and butterflies, many will simply perish in the blaze. If you look closely, you can see the firemen in the middle of the fire. How brave are those lads and lasses?
Jesus Christ.